Hey, I have all 37 of April's new titles to show you. So I'm going to start with Snap. If you don't know how to play Snap, all you have to do is simply deal out all the cards evenly and take turns putting them into a center pile on top of each other. And as soon as you have two that are exactly the same, you just put your hand down and say Snap, and whoever gets them gets to keep them into their pile. It's kind of like War in that you're just trying to get all the cards to win. But you can use the cards as flash cards. You can use them to play Go Fish or Memory Match or Old Maid, or you can just use them to make up your own new game. So this month, the new one's all about cars. The next thing I'll show you is the new Wipe Clean cards. So there's number cards and alphabet cards. So each card has the letter, a word that starts with that letter, and then you can practice writing it underneath. And then on the other side, you can just keep practicing it over and over again. There's 30 cards that come into this pack. And then there's the number cards, which also has 30 cards in it. And it has counting to 100. So you can count the airplanes, you can write number 10, you can write the word number 10, you can trace the number 10. So all these cards will teach you counting to 100. Then there's two new books in the Farmyard Tales series. These are first reading level 2 books. So very simple text, but really nice illustrations that go along with it. And then at the end of the book, at the end of all of these books, there's always some puzzles and games that you can play with your kids just to make sure that they're understanding the story. So it's really good for comprehension, and it's just fun too. So there's the Silly Sheepdog and Kitten's Day Out. And both of them have ribbons in here to use as bookmarks too, so that's fun. This one, Kason was super excited about when he opened the box and got to see. He really loves to look at these books and say the names of all of the things. So we play this new game where I say, I see a saltwater crocodile. What do you see? So then he has to point to a picture and name something. So that's what he likes to do with this book, is go through. And it has 199 different sea creatures and things. So that's that one. Then there's these really awesome fold-out books. Last month there was a new one that came out that was 1, 2, 3s, and now there's Farm Animal and Christmas. So you can look at it like this and just flip through, or you can let it fold open. So one side has really strong contrast, and then the other side has like a really nice scene. That's the farming one. This is the animals one. And then there's a Christmas one, which is kind of weird that it was released now, but who knows. So those are the books that are new to this series. This is another really good one. So on the back, it just has a button that you can turn on and off. And this is all about getting ready for school. So inside this little pocket, there's 4 double-sided cards. There's numbers, shapes, letters, and symbols. And then just certain words that you would see at school. There's also, I have it already put in the book for you, art time, and then story words. So all you do is slide it into the thing and press go, and then you push on the word, and then you get to hear it.
Orange, yellow, red, purple.
So they have other ones in this series. They have listen and learn English words. They have listen and learn French words, and then I think they're coming out with like Spanish and some other languages too. Then there's the Easter Story picture book. So I'm sure everybody is familiar with the Easter Story, and it just has some really nice illustrations to go along with it. Here's another one that Kason really likes. He loves to point at pictures. So this has 160 different vehicles in it. This is a really cool new one. They are also coming out with a pirate one like this. But so the princess one comes out first, and you can make over 20,000 different princesses. So on this side, you can let your children color it and make different designs. And then on this side, you mix and match. So you can change her top, you can change her head, you can change the middle of her body, and then you can change her shoes. And so as you're changing on that side, you're also changing on this side. So your child's colored picture will also be mix and match too. So very fun. And I can't wait to see the pirate one too. There's another keyboard book that came out. This one's just double in size, and it's meant to be played with two hands. So there's 10 different tunes that come in it that are played with the two hands. So there's some familiar tunes and then some that I feel are less familiar to me anyway, but maybe you guys know them. So there's London Bridges, Falling Down, Shepherd's Song, which is a Beethoven tune. The Animals Went in 2 by 2. The theme from Swan Lake, Hey Diddle Diddle. The Blue, I don't think I should even try to say that. Some kind of waltz. Morning Has Broken. I Saw Three Ships. When the Saints Go Marching In. And then whatever that says. So, and at the beginning, it teaches you how to play with two hands. So I'll flip it on. But I'm not going to try to play you a tune. Sorry. The next one is an illustrated classic. It has lots of really great stories in it. There is The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Kidnapped, King Solomon's Mines, White Fang, and The Phantom of the Opera. So my kids love these illustrated stories. Lots of pictures, lots of text. Here's another really cool one, is the Complete Shakespeare Collection. It has stories from all the plays. I won't read them all because there's a lot. I'll just show you the table of contents. So the first story in it is A Midsummer Night's Dream, and it is written in like normal English, so you don't have to worry about like regular Shakespeare wording. I like that there's pictures of all the characters so you can really like visualize what they look like. It's really heavy. Then there's the See Inside Where Food Comes From. So there's over 90 different flaps, and in this book you get to find out all about how food is derived from around the world. So I'll read you the contents. Things you eat, what people eat most, milk and cheese, inside out, food from farm, food from sea around the world, and then fascinating food facts. So there's tons and tons of flaps and tons of information in here. Here's all the stuff that's going on in the greenhouse. There's some bees. So yeah, a great learning book. Oops. Here's another really good learning one. It's the Lift the Flap Telling Time. So there's 125 different flaps in it, all talking about time. So learning to tell time, see what's on a clock, find out about telling the hours, count past the hour and to the hour, tell the time with digital clocks, how many minutes, find out about AM and PM and 24 hours. So it talks about time zones and stuff like that. work out how long things take on the pages and use your skills to complete the time challenge. So there's lots of fun learning games and information. Here's the challenge. Next is lift the flap questions and answers about food. Last night when I was preparing for my presentation, I was looking through all the books and reading through them, and my oldest daughter grabbed this and said, "Mom, you can't sell this one. She really likes it." So it's all about the who, the what, the where, the when, the why, the yes, the no, all about food. And anytime you see a question, it's a flap that you lift and then you can look under. So where do animals get their food from? And then you would read about where they get their food. So tons of cool questions, neat facts. Here's another one, big picture book from long ago. This one's really cool. I'm going to read you the back. How did people live long ago? What did they wear? How did they get around? Explore the busy scenes of our city through time to find out. You'll meet all sorts of people doing all sorts of things. Servants, sailors, lords and ladies, Vikings and Romans, and even a captured pirate. So it's really cool to be able to go through and look to see how people lived in different eras. So this is what a busy city would look like in the 1920s. So it goes through and it talks about all these people, like this guy's complaining about the traffic and this guy is talking about how great the movie was. So all these different things. And then when you turn the page, you're going way back in time to an 1860s city just to see how different the people think and what they're doing, even what they're wearing. Then you're going to the 1760s into a pleasure garden. So it looks like these guys are all ready for a masquerade or something, or some kind of ball. Then you're going to the 1680s to the market. So yeah, this is a really, really great book for looking back through history and seeing how people lived. Then we have a big activity pad. So this has 30 tear-off sheets in it with different games and puzzles. I didn't want to take the plastic wrap off it, but hopefully you can see some of the activities that are in there. So there's doodling and drawing and coloring and puzzles and spot-its and mazes and stuff like that. Then there's 2 new Look and Find books. These are really, really fun. So this book's all about dinosaurs. So each page has a whole pile of dinosaurs, and then you have to look and find certain things. So spot someone waving a flag. Can you see a model dinosaur? Find another dragonfly. So a whole pile of pages of things that you have to look and find. It's kind of like a Where's Waldo. And then there's another one all about cats and dogs. I really, really love the new wipe cleans that they're coming out with. There's so much great information in them. So you just take the wipe clean pen or the dry erase pen and you can trace all these letters. This one's all about just simple words. So all these simple words to learn to write. But what I really love is where it's teaching you how to write all of the different body parts. Then there's how to write colors, all about shapes. And then there's the numbers. So you can count, you can write the numbers, you can write them on your own. And then there's days of the week. And then there's just a little fill in the blank thing. So yeah, all you do is wipe it clean when you're done, and if the marker were to run out or something, you can just use any dry erase marker. Here's the new magic painting book. I love that they've finally changed it into an actual paintbrush. So you just dip it into water, and The color is already built into the page, so as soon as you wet it, the color will come through. And you just always got to make sure that you have this backing piece behind the picture that you're coloring so that it doesn't leak through, because you don't want to wet all the pages at one time. This one, my husband was really, really excited about last night. He laid on the couch for like an hour reading it by himself. So it's 100 things to know about the human body, like tons of really cool facts about everything body related. So this one's the oldest tattoos in the world, and the vital signs, and why your eyes are full of tears, but just tons of really, really cool stuff that you just wouldn't know. Card games and tricks. So this one comes with 2 decks of magic. No, it comes with 2 magic decks of cards and a 64-page book that has step-by-step instructions teaching you how to do these 20 fun games. Here's a really good one for young children. It's a really good introduction to the world. So they can go through and they can see the planets, and they can see rainforests and deserts and coral reefs. It's just packed with really good information. My son's favorite page was this one. He loves to look and see under the ground. It's very neat. I love how, oh, my hand's on the wrong side. Like that guy's going down into the cavern, and just super cool. And the rest of the books I'm going to show you are all new sticker books. So there's a new Dolly dressing sticker book. So these are all reusable stickers. You can dress the different princesses. Here's another reusable sticker book, Winter Sports. And there's actually hockey in it. Finally, something hockey related. So you can go through, there's bobsledders, there's any kind of winter sport you can think of is really in here. Ice climbing, figure skating. So yeah, reusable so you can move the stickers around. Then there's all about mythical creatures. So there's a little blurb to read about the setting, and then you can go through and put the stickers on the right page. This one's about all the different explorers. So here would be content. So there's all types of different explorers, and it goes through and it teaches you a little bit about the explorer. So the treasure fleet, for example, in 1405. So it teaches you about that particular explorer and what they found. And then you get to go through and put the stickers on however you want to. Here's a robot sticker book. So there's 400 different stickers. You can make robots. This one's a really nice one, Country House Garden. So it has tons and tons of stickers that you just go through and make all these beautiful gardens. So there's lots of flowers and shrubs and animals and people. Then there's a first sticker book on museums. So there's dinosaur bones and mummies, curious objects. This one's kind of like an activity book. So right here you'd have to find the pyramid model and then the Sphinx model. There's a science museum, a natural history museum. There's different objects from around the world. So yeah, lots and lots of sticker fun. Here's one checking out all the different landmarks in Venice. So those are the different landmarks that you'd get to learn about. And then the last one is an addition to the Dress the Teddy Bears series, and they are moving. So your kids get to go help them pack their suitcases and move to their new house and set up their rooms. So lots of fun.